Hello, and welcome to the first episode, hopefully not the last, of the Kitschy Cactus podcast. I use that word lightly. I just want to have a outlet to make some longer videos where I am just talking maybe about a topic, maybe about lots of topics, maybe about nothing at all. But personally, I like to put these videos on when I am getting ready, when I'm cooking, when I'm working. Basically, I am never not, whatever the correct way to say that is, I'm never not listening to something. So maybe this will work for you too, to just put on in the background while I blab about stuff. I know that I don't need to be wearing this headphone, but for some reason it's entertaining me to hear myself talking through a mic, because I'm not used to doing that. I'm usually just using the, nothing, right? So it's helping me to feel like I'm doing something different by being able to hear myself on this mic. This isn't a new mic. I've had it for a few years, so I didn't just be like, I'm going to start a podcast today and I'm going to buy a microphone. I already had it for something else. So what I want to talk about today is a topic that I didn't see. I looked it up in the search before I had, when I had the idea, because I wanted to watch other people talking about it. And I couldn't find anything that was what I was looking for. And that is small business struggles, or things you struggle with in your small business. The struggles of owning your own business, that kind of thing. All I could find was 10 ways to, all these and they have this certain kind of thumbnail where it's big text and they're I just wanted something more relatable that I could just be oh, okay, I'm not alone, or, oh, I didn't even think of that struggle, something like that. So, let me just think about the first one that comes to mind, and these are just my small business struggles, if you will. So the first one that comes to mind is work-life balance. That is extremely hard for me. So I work out of the basement in my house where I live. Upstairs is where the kitchen is, my bed, the couch, all that kind of stuff. And just in general, maybe other people do have this, so this is just a me problem, but I don't have a super set schedule. And I don't have a good boundary with that either. Especially when it comes to weekends. I'll be upstairs just okay, today I'm just gonna watch some Real Housewives or whatever. And then I'm but I could be doing this, I could be doing that, I should go downstairs. And then I find myself working on a Saturday or a Sunday, and then Monday rolls around and I didn't have any time off, and then I'm well, it's Monday, I should work, so I just got no days off. Or, with my phone, you like to escape by scrolling through Instagram or TikTok or whatever. But it's so connected to my business that I have trouble disconnecting that way. Every time I go on Instagram, it's for work purposes. So I do try to go on Pinterest sometimes, because that one is pretty safe as far as, not being related to work. But then it will make me think of something and I think, oh, I could do that. Or, oh, it's just always there. And even if someone messages me on Instagram in the evening, I'll be well, I should just reply. I'm sure that a lot of people struggle with that same thing. If you, there's no one here telling me what to do. Wait, I'm going to save that one because that's another problem that I'm not going to, I'll save it as its own point. But yeah, just in general, having a good boundary of work and home life, I find that very hard. I'm trying. Just recently I've been trying to make sure I at least take Saturdays off. And it does help. Imagine that. I don't feel as burnt out, but even still, it's tricky. I wish, and maybe someday, but that is a very far time away because it's expensive. I would love to have a place that I go to do what I do. Just like a little studio, or like if I had a different house, like something in the backyard, just to separate home and work, instead of just being like, I'm in the house already. Like, okay, another thing too, I worked like a regular, I don't know what you want to call it, a regular 9 to 5 before this, and the weekends were everything, right? That's what it is. And now, because I'm already home all the time, it's different. I'm not like, I don't know. I think that makes sense, right? So, yeah, that would be cool to be able to be out of the house. But that's like, yeah. So then thing number 2, which I was about to talk about, is there's no one to tell you what to do, which is a great thing a lot of the times, but I guess depending on what kind of person you are, but the kind of person I am, I like knowing what I'm doing. I like structure. I like rules. I like routine. I'm kind of contradictory though, because even though I like all those things, I'm not that great at them. Like, except for routine. I'm great at routine. I love routine. But I'm not good at, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just want someone to come in here and be like, do this and this and this day, or else you're going to get in trouble. Because maybe that's just because that's how I worked for so long, right? Like, it's been 5 years out of me working at home, but I'm still like, is someone going to like tell me to do this? Or like, am I going to get in trouble if I don't? But there's no one here but myself. I'm not going to get myself in trouble. So, and I've tried. I'm like, okay, I buy like the little calendar and I'm like, okay, on Mondays we're going to do this, Tuesdays this. And then it just seems to kind of, something happens and it doesn't work the way I wanted it to. And it's just tricky some days or there's big decisions to make too, and I am the only one that is here to make the decision. No one else can make it for me, right? So hold on, I need a sip of water here. That's good, but it's also like, help. I know that people do eventually end up hiring help for their business, but that doesn't ever seem like, that doesn't ever seem like something that I would want to do. I'm too controlling, and money too. That's a big thing for most decisions. So yeah, not having anyone telling you how or what to do. Especially when I didn't go to any schooling or courses or whatever for any of this. I am literally just winging it every day and learning as I go. So there's bound to be problems that I've never faced yet, and then when I do, the next time is better. But another big thing I struggle with is the ups and downs of business. So again, more successful business, maybe they only have ups. Good for them, I suppose, but I have a little bit more of a roller coaster. I will say, as the years have gone by, the downs are a lot shorter. I used to go weeks in between getting a sale, and now it's not like that. But still, I'll have a period of quietness, and the whole time, instead of just being like, oh, that's okay, I'll just like relax while this is going on or work on other things, I'll be so stressed, being like, okay, what should I be doing? What am I doing wrong? Does everybody hate me? Oh my God. Okay, maybe I need to post more, or maybe I need to maybe I need to make more things, or, oh my God, I'm never going to make a sale again. That's usually what I think. I'm like, oh, that's it for me. Never going to make a sale again. My business is failing. Oh God. And then, a notification will pop up, and then some more, and then I'll be like, oh, never mind. Oh, and now I'm kind of stressed because there's, it's just exhausting, really. But like I said, I'm glad that those periods of having downtime are fewer and fewer, but they still happen. Just happened this week. And I was having those thoughts again of, well, this is the end of me. I guess, it's always like that. And, that's why I was feeling that way. It's because I had a launch last Friday that it wasn't anything like super official. It was just I made some new things, here they are. And then it didn't like do that well. And I was like, oh God, oh, they all hate me. And then it's like more trickled in as the days went on. And really, when you think about it, with the way the world is and how expensive everything is, it's amazing I get any sales at all. And of course I'm grateful for every single one. It's more just like the worry of it could all end at any second kind of thing. And I don't have a backup plan, so it has to work is just what it is. Kind of in that same vein of worrying that it could end at any time, I worry or I struggle with keeping the right amount of inventory and stock. So when I mean that, I'm talking about like, this is my cards that my earrings go on, or thank you cards, or like the posts that go on earrings, even just acrylic in general. I kind of keep a bare minimum of everything. And then all of a sudden I'll get really busy, or just like an unexpected bigger order, and then I'm like scrambling because I don't have enough stuff. But again, I'm always worried like, well, I better not buy, like I always buy just like little bits of things instead of just being like, screw it, I'll just buy like, I don't even know what a big number is because I don't do that. I'll just buy 1,000 earring cards, whatever. No, I buy 200 because you never know. Next week, this could all end and I'll be stuck with 1,000 cards. And actually, saying this out loud is kind of helping me realize the, not stupidity, but how it's irrational. Because, like I said, I haven't been doing the jewelry making for 5 years. I've been doing that for 4. But it's been 4 years, and I'm, like, in the grand scheme of things, the trajectory has been like this. Every year I'm doing better. So, and so that is one thing I'm actually really am trying to work on this year, is being okay with having a good amount of inventory and trying to stay out of that mindset of, hey, this could all end at any second. Because that's also probably, I don't know, I try to believe in manifestation a little bit. That's not a good way to manifest things if you're always thinking negatively like that. I want to try and change my mindset and be like, you are going to do so amazing. You better order so many things to prepare, and then I'll have them. And it's silly too, because every time I'll be like, oh, I get an order and I'm like, oh crap, I only have 2 posts left. Shit, I gotta order more. And then it's just a cycle like that. So, yeah. This next thing, if you don't struggle with this in some way, I don't think I even believe you. And that is imposter syndrome. Now, if you don't know what that is, because I just kind of assumed everyone did, and one time someone asked me, and they're like, what does that mean? So, oh, wait, maybe I'm not even prepared to tell you what it's like. How do you describe it? It's like, I know it so well, but I don't know how to describe it. It's like comparing yourself and never feeling good enough. Like you feel like an imposter. Like, maybe an example is you call yourself an artist and you don't really feel like you are that because of such and such reasons. I have that problem for sure. I'm always like, I'm not good enough, or not this or not that, or just self-doubt, I guess, is what it is too. And unfortunately, as far as I know, I don't think that a lot of creative people ever get over that. I was talking to my brother, who is 3 years younger than me, and He does art full-time for a living. He's a graphic designer for a big company. He does amazing things, actually. He designs packaging that is actually on the grocery store shelves. And just recently, he got a little promotion and he's been doing commercials for the company. I'm like, oh, wow, right? Like, so proud. And the last person I would ever think wouldn't feel worthy or whatever. But he was telling me that he still deals with it oh my God. He still deals with, why can't I say that very well? He still deals with imposter syndrome as well. And he said he doesn't really think it ever goes away. So, I don't know, maybe it's just something that keeps you on your toes and makes you a decent person to be around, because maybe if you didn't have it, you would be just insufferable if you're like, yeah, I'm the best, and yeah, I'm the best, I am the definition of an artist. Like, maybe you would be insufferable to be around. I don't know. But and it's so much easier to see, like, I would never think that about him. I think he's amazing. So it's easy to see it in other people but not yourself, like a lot of things, right? So I don't have any advice how to get over that, because I haven't myself. I still don't even, like, when someone asks me what I do for a living, even that, I'm like, I make earrings. Like, I'm not just like, I can't say like, oh, I'm an earring designer. I design earrings and they're fabulous. I just can't, it's just silly. It's silly. Another big one. And again, I have to believe this is relatable. Social media defining your worth. Oh my God. I deal with this every day. Like, I think. Yeah, I do. I post a lot on, like, most platforms. I post a lot on Instagram. And especially this week, I don't know what the hell is going on, but like, videos are flopping, and it's just, it'll especially happen when I make a video that I'm like, this is funny and I like it, and then it gets, in my opinion, like crap views, and I'm like, oh, guess I'm not funny, guess I'm an idiot, guess no one likes me. What was I thinking to think that was funny? Or posting something new and it doesn't get the amount of likes that I thought it would, and I'm like, well, guess this pair is ugly, everyone hates it. And again, that is so silly. I hope you don't do that, but if you do, I understand. It's impossibly hard not to place your value with that. But it literally, well, not literally, because it could be it could be you. You're posting this crap, I don't know what a crap video would be, but like, it's a dark video and it's kind of blurry and you're just like, hello. I don't know. Or your stuff is, I don't know. You know, it could be you, but it's probably not, is what I'm saying. And again, I don't quite know. Like, I'm trying everything, basically, to like scatter myself around, and it happens on each platform. What I was trying to say is that I am almost certain that it's not you. There is an algorithm, and there is just day to day it seems to change. If I scroll through my videos, I'll have one that did super well for what, and it's like the same kind as the one that did super shitty the next day. Like, I don't know. And then I'll have people message me and be like, oh, I haven't seen you on my feed in so long. I'm like, why? So it's not you, but it could be. But it's probably not you. Oh, a plane is going by. I'm so used to consuming ASMR content that I'm like, oh, better cut that out. There's an airplane going by. But this is not that kind of video, so it's okay. I don't know when I even started doing this. Maybe like a year ago. I used to more so just post just my products. Like, even when it came to reels, it would just be like my hand and the product, or just the product. Like, I didn't really show myself ever. And I put myself out there a lot more, I guess, in the last year. Like, I'm basically in every video. Like, if you go onto my Instagram and scroll through my reels, it's just my face everywhere. And I do think that helped. But then it's also hard not to take it personally even more in a way, because I'm like, well, it's me. I guess they really don't like me. And then the next day, I don't know, next week, the algorithm changes and I have a video that does great and I'm on top of the world and everyone loves me. And, basically the overarching theme of all this is there's ups and downs, and it is hard to ride those waves, especially by yourself, when there is no one giving you direction on how you're supposed to handle any of it. So I think those are the main things that I struggle with. There's like a million little things, like just the other day I had to do my taxes, and again, is anybody here to tell me how to do that? No, just me here? Oh, okay, well, okay. I figured it out, but again, there's all these little things. You gotta pay for this subscription. You gotta buy boxes. Like, at the end of the day, it seems like you make no money, because when you sell something, you're using the things you have. Like, let's see here. These aren't made up, but okay, I sell this earring. Okay, I gotta use this earring card. Okay, the acrylic is used. There's gonna be an earring backing on it, the box, the tissue, the shipping. And then, that all adds up, and then you just kind of break an even, and it says, oh. Now, I do want to finish this by saying, I love what I do. I am, grateful isn't even enough of a word. But I just want to be honest that there are struggles daily that I go through, and I think a lot of others do too. And that doesn't mean we're not grateful, because I definitely am. But I do also, maybe I'm wrong, but think that some people might think this is easy, or an easier thing to do than this or that, or I don't know. Everyone has their struggles in whatever job they're in. But it's not all rainbows and sunshine, that is for sure. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of unknown, and basically kind of feels like I'm working 24/7. And sometimes that's great. Most of the time that's kind of great, but it's very tiring. So all that to say, I hope you liked this chit chat. If you have other things you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. I love to blabber, and I just need more things to talk about. So let me know. Is 25 minutes long enough to be considered a podcast? Sure, whatever. Again, I'm making the rules here, right? So please subscribe. And also, don't forget to check out my shop. You can find earrings like this. Aren't these cool? Sorry, I'm close up to the mic, but each one is a little bit different because this acrylic is like marbled throughout. Very cool. Very groovy. Anyways, have yourself a fabulous day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.